Hello, everybody. Good evening. And tonight I am going to add in. I've been dying to do this. Tonight I'm adding in Lewis McGee from dam&ivor, Fair City. This Lewis McGee is absolutely incredible. He is an actor, an improviser, improvisation coach, an acting coach, and a voiceover artist. I absolutely love this man. He's hilarious. Lewis has just gotten married, so I want to hear all about his wedding as well. And all about Fair City and dam&ivor. I'm buzzing for this, so I'm going to add him in right now. Hang on, where's my little pen? Oh, I lost it. Doesn't matter. My nails are very hard to use. 1 second. Lewis McGee, where are you? We were actually meant to do. So, oh, now I think we have him. We should be with us now. I actually nabbed him. It wasn't actually fair how I did it. I've seen him a few times over the years, and I've been too afraid to approach him. But by a stroke of luck, he brought his son into the barber shop to have his hair cut, so I nabbed him then. Oh, that's ruthless, isn't it? So any minute now we will have him. I know he was just putting the little fella to bed. I remember Lewis on Fair City. Everybody else, I think, would know him. All the younger people would know him from dam&ivor, but I remember him from Fair City because he was literally, sorry, he was set up for murder by Barry O'Hanlon, the local school teacher. Shite here is, he's just joined. I'll try and get him in again there now. Now, here you go. I think the invite must time out, so we should have him now. My face is starting to get a little bit better. Can nearly talk. And here he is.
Hey, what's up?
Lewis, how are you, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
I can't hear you.
Sorry, you can't hear me now. You hear
Can't
me
hear
now?
you. Maybe it's my mic. Hang on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you no better, yeah?
Do you know what? That was my microphone. It's all right. You're all sorted. How are you doing, Lewis?
Say that again. You're breaking up there.
So, how are you doing? Are you well?
Not too bad, yeah. Just been out and about conker hunting today, so I'm a bit billixed.
Good man, good man. So, listen, you just got married. How does it
I did.
feel to be married?
Yeah, it feels the same. That makes sense.
It feels the same, except now you've got a bill.
No, it's amazing. It's a lovely, magical day to spend with friends and family, and you blink, you make the mistake of blinking, and it's all over. And the next thing you
Yeah,
know, you're waking
yeah.
up the next morning, and everybody's gone, and you're left to clean up.
Yeah, and do you know what? I saw the pictures and you looked absolutely brilliant. And the little fella and all, it was just so cute. And it must be amazing to have your son at your wedding as well. That must be so cool. He must be so proud of you.
Yeah, it's great having him there. He wanted to be a big part of it, like from the get go. He knew he was bringing the rings, and he was constantly making sure he had the box and all that. And as the day went on, he had more jobs to do, and he was enjoying them, and it was great. Yeah, he didn't go to bed till like 12:30. He had about 17 cupcakes, and he was on a sugar buzz.
Brilliant. And he's a little pet because I've met him. That's what I just said, just when I was waiting to get you on there. I said, I have seen you so many times and I was too terrified to approach you. I used to be like, oh my God, no way, there's Denzo Bishop. And then I finally had you kind of bombarded there in the barber shop because I had the pleasure of cutting little Charlie's hair. And he's a little pet, isn't he? He's so good.
He loves that barber dog. He loves the car. I think it's the
Yeah,
car
he
that he
loves the
loves.
car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look,
that's it. I'd
everyone
love
has.
to be able to sit in the thing myself.
Yeah. Your horror story is when you get your kid's hair's cut, but like if he loves it, that's it. I'm not. If it's not
That's
broken, I'm
it.
breaking
No, he
them.
loves it. Yeah, not a wind shower of him at all. So come here. I've just been talking as well, right? So the younger generation are going to know you as Spuddy from dam&ivor, right? I
Probably.
remember. I will go back to, and I can't believe actually. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it said 2007. You began as Denzo Bishop. Is that right?
Yeah, 2017, 2007. Yeah, it was 17. Yeah.
2007. I can't believe it's that long ago. But I remember you being set up for murder by Barry O'Hanlon, the local school teacher, who was, by the
Yeah,
way, after having an affair with young Neve as well.
it was kind of it wasn't half, so it was more like an agreement. We were both in the same place at the same time, kind of way.
Ah, he shafted you. He shafted
It
you.
was. There's a whole lot of back and forward and stuff going on with it.
It was very funny at the time. Was it Sarah, the girl's name? Because I couldn't think of her name, but that just seems to be in my head for some reason.
Yeah, it was Saturday. Yeah, played by Jenna
Sarah.
Darley. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a bit of a cow in fairness, though, wasn't she?
Oh, I never interact with her on the show. Real life, she's lovely, but on the show, I never interact with
Yeah,
her.
absolutely. Come here.
Interact with her corpse. That's it. We're not an actual character.
Who was your favourite in Varsity? Or is that
What?
it?
What
Who,
way,
who,
like the work
who
with?
was your favourite actor? Like that? Who would you have gelled with the most?
That would have been the family unit that I'd
The
work with the
Bishop.
most. And, yeah, and then like majority, like what, 60, 70% of those actors are people that I know. Like I grew
Yeah,
up with
yeah.
in Ballymun in the drama group and stuff like that. So it's kind of like wouldn't be like you meet new people when you do other scenes, but when it's like you're in the household with the rest of the clan, it's just like you're back in the record. You know what I mean? Like working with
Isn't
all
it?
your mates.
Yeah,
Hmm?
you did a lot of work with the Reco, didn't you? And in Through the Axis as well. And I know you're opening an acting school now, and that acting school, it's already been open, hasn't it? Before COVID.
Yeah, well, it's a youth theatre than an acting school. You
Youth
wouldn't go to
theatre,
learn to
yeah,
act, you go to take part and be part of a youth theatre. It's a bit of a different kind of way. Like an acting school, be kind of like stage skills in a way, but this is youth
yeah,
theatre. Yeah, we opened up in 2018,
yeah,
and just yeah, ups and downs, and of course like COVID and the world went on fire, everything kind of got shut down. So we're
yeah,
slowly and surely starting to go. We opened up back up last year, and we're clawing our way back up to where we once were.
yeah.
But yeah, come back now, and I actually have the date.
You
I
have the
finally
date,
agreed on the
good
date that we're
man.
opening. Yeah, yeah. Well, I agreed. My wife actually done a whole calendar for the whole year and sent it to me. Goes, there you go, you're done. I was like, oh, thanks.
Ah, very good. She has you sorted.
Yeah. That's so much I'm doing. I'm getting loaded with our jobs. Sorry, I'm working with schools. I'm working up in Adamstown at the moment with TY students up in Lucan, and I was getting that
Brilliant.
sorted. And I'm working with I'm going up to Cherry Yorkshire on Wednesday to work with a small group of lads up there making a film. They want just someone to go up and talk about film, screenwriting with them and stuff like that.
Brilliant.
So
Do you like
a lot going on.
screenwriting? Do you do that?
I do writing, like in
Yeah.
general, and like it's just like why not writing a screenplay as of yet, but I know the ins and outs of writing and how to guide the way, and like these are just young lads who are just looking to make their own little, just looking to make a project.
Yeah.
But they want someone to come in with who has some sort of expertise. Not that I'm an expert in any way, but I have some sort of knowledge. And I also work with young people, so it's kind of like a great mold, like to
Yeah.
just come in and work with them.
I
But
love that you work with young people, Lewis, because it must be very hard for somebody, in teenage years to get into that world. Do you know what I mean? We're not really told that you can be an actor or you can do this or you can do. Do you know what I mean? You're bred in school to do school, go to college, and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? But I would never have known in a million years how to attempt to break into the acting world. So what you do with the Reco and the Axis and like that out in Applewoods now, it's amazing. It's brilliant for getting the kids to steer them in the direction that they do want to go? Because I've never really heard of that before.
Yeah, like again, acting is kind of like when I was like part of like with the Recco and the Axis and all that. That was like back when I was a teen,
Yeah,
and I haven't been officially like with working with them in a capacity yet. Hope to one day, but
yeah,
yeah, it's like that's what youth theatre is where I started. Like I
yeah.
was a 14-year-old, long-haired emo kid with nothing to do, and
Ah,
then
I need to see a picture of that.
they're somewhere, they're buried deep somewhere. But
I searched Google. I think I've got as much as I could get from Google, and I've not
You
seen a
won't find
long-haired
you
picture.
won't find the long-haired pictures of me. You're very lucky to find any private pictures of me online.
Yeah, no, there isn't. You are very private, aren't you? And even in your Instagram name, I wouldn't have found you. Only you walked into the barber shop.
I, I have to look her up. I don't even know I know what it is. Like
Yeah,
it's Sunny Boy, which is it's Oscar. I'll give a Sunny Boy, but I can't even spell it. I spelled it at one time 2 years ago, and then I'll spell it again. But and working with young people and all that, like it's not about the acting. Like it's more about teaching them their social and personal skills.
yeah,
Like I'm more looking for someone who doesn't want to come in and be the next like leading star on Broadway and win Oscars or anything like that. I just want a young person who's looking to explore
yeah,
and just looking to just discover themselves and discover their people.
yeah,
And that's what theatre does. It really focusing on the artistic skills that you grow through drama and stage and the other things that take part of theatre, like lighting and sound and lighting, directing, all that stuff. But even though it's a core element of it, it's really all about the growth of your social and your personal skills.
yeah,
Just a simple thing of someone who'll come in and won't talk to you and won't make eye contact with you after 6 or 7 weeks. They'll look you in the eye when they say hello, and that little quiet person in the corner is now forced in shouting hello to you across the room and running over to their new friends that you just
yeah,
made, and they're like it's literally to come out of their shell, like quite literally they'll take their coats off, whereas like the first couple of days they'll have their these full on bomber jackets zipped up and they're
yeah,
not interacting. And then by 6 or 7, it's literally like a flower blossoming, and like the jacket comes off, and like they're just like, oh, they're wearing like I remember one of my guys did it, and like always wore this big black jacket, and then
yeah.
all of a sudden that came off, and they're literally wearing these colourful clothes, and it's just you got more of their personality and who you wear with their style and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And
You're building their
they don't know
confidence.
they did that. They've no clue that I'd help them go on that journey. They just thought they came in to do drama, to play games, and to do acting, not
Yeah,
knowing I was like, behind the scenes kind of not pulling the strings, or like, because they're not puppets, but I'm just torn and going, right, now you need to go this way because you're going to discover this and you're going to, without realizing it, you're going to pick up a skill here without even realizing it, and you're going to start using that skill,
yeah,
but you're going to use it in games. Like if I told a group of like 20 young people, right, everybody quick, hold hands with the person beside you. They look at you and go, here, fuck up. Sorry, can't have for swearing. But they
yeah.
don't
It's
say,
all right, of course.
well, look, they say to fuck off. Well, you wouldn't, but they give the look to say that. But if
Yeah,
you make a simple game of like stuck in the mud or chasing, and you say, right, quick warm up, everybody run around, I'm on. But the only way you don't get caught is if someone holds your hand, then they can't catch you, and I have to move on to somebody else. And then
yeah,
once you introduce that as a game, they're like, I'm not getting fucking caught. Give me your hand. You know what I mean? I don't give a
yeah,
shit. And then by the end of the day, like you're like, you wouldn't say I got you all holding hands, but like
yeah,
you don't realize that's going on. And then when it comes in to start interacting with doing drama or doing anything at all, really, like acting out a scene or doing a little piece of text, when it comes to those little things, right, you have to be a family, hold hands. They're like, oh, you know what? We've done this before, or
yeah,
we know.
yeah,
And it's just their little seed you plant, and then over the time, it's them themselves that become like the water and the sunshine that helps it grow into
yeah,
like and blossom into what it is, and they discover themselves, they discover the people and all, and that's what it's a magic thing, youth theatre, I think, and it's one of the main reasons why I got back into it. Like the whole acting thing and being an actor and performing and all that, like if it ever comes up again and I have the time to do it, I'll go for it.
yeah,
But like this is what I do now. And
No, I'm not. Do you know,
I'm happy to
I can
leave it to
hear
the
it
side
in
now,
you.
you
Like
know.
it's not about the acting now or the kind of making a fortune. You can actually hear the passion in you and kind of getting these kids from like that, the zipped up coats and not knowing where to look to actually relaxing or to go off your fucking bras, you'd say, do you know what I mean? And just go with it and enjoy the buzz. Like, you can see that you're passionate about that, about helping them and guiding them, you know, that way. And you're getting more out of kind of seeing how they come on rather than, I suppose, looking for the next big break, like the next big role.
That's their deal. Like, you want to help. Like, again, when it comes to doing shows, I'll push them. I won't push them too far, but I'll push them to, let's do your best. Like,
Yeah,
if you're going to do a show, I'm not going to, like, obviously now you're not going to push them till he blade it on like that. I'm not like one of those, like, headbanger directors that are out there, like,
yeah.
but I'll help them achieve what they can and go, look, I know you can do better than this. I've
Yeah,
seen it, I've seen the potential, and I'll push them there, but you never push them too much because it's still at the end of the day, you want them to have fun. And it is all about
exactly. And you don't want a situation where one of them says, "Oh no, I'm not as good as he thinks I am. I'm gone," and they prematurely bail out there or whatever.
and that's like, it's a difference. Like, I'll always say, like, I always start shit when I talk about it, but like, if you want your kids, if you want your young people to be like, be front and center on stage at all times, then you put them in a stage school. Because
Yeah,
if they have the capacity to always lead and all that, they'll always be put forward.
yeah,
But if your young person is shy, your young person probably takes a bit of time to get there, they'll be put to the back. And
yeah,
I was like, all right, cool, you just go back line and whatever. Let's get A and B up here because they're always all nice big teeth and nice big. They know all the moves and all that.
yeah,
Whereas I don't care. Like, if you get cast in a show and you theatre, it's because, hey, it's your turn. Let's go. It's your
yeah.
time to shine. Let's do it. It's
Were
not
you
about, I don't care.
shy? Were you shy when you were kind of doing the reco and all the rest of it years ago?
Yeah, like, rewind, rewind the tape. I was a long-haired emo kid. Like,
Yeah,
it took
yeah, I
a turn.
suppose. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
No,
I had hair down the hair, and I was just this really shy kid. Like,
yeah.
I went on my own to my very first workshop in the Reco, and I left halfway through.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, I probably wouldn't have went back if I didn't. My best mate, I brought my best mate Wes with me, and my other best mate Rob. The two of them came with me. Rob stuck it out for a couple of weeks, but he ended up leaving. But Wes stuck with me, and he ended up joining Fair City. And all he plays Doug in Fair City.
Oh,
The
very good. I love him. The mechanic, isn't he?
Yeah, he's my
Yeah,
best mate.
no way. I love
We've been
him.
best
He's
mates since we're
deadly.
12. Like, we're both from Ballymun. We're best mates since we're 12. He was my best man at my wedding.
Yeah,
So
all the bishops actually were from Ballymun, weren't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah, the three Bishop brothers and our cousin. They're all from Ballymun.
No way. That's mad, isn't it?
There's a few other, obviously, a few other Ballymun heads in there as well. They're not part of
Yeah.
the clan. Yeah.
Jesus, that's gas. That's actually brilliant. Well, that's where I knew you from, and it was only until recently I didn't realise. Now, I obviously knew Spuddy from Damo and Ivor, but I didn't actually twig that it was Denzo Bishop. I didn't know that until just a while ago. You're bloody hilarious in that, and I did show a clip last week of when you proposed to your one. What was her name? Ah,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
Tracy played by
Oh,
Emma Morrissey.
absolutely brilliant. And
Me and
she
my great
choked
friend.
on it with the match and puked it into the toilet. Come here. That had to be very funny making that show. What was your funniest moment in making Damo and Ivor?
God, I don't know. It's
It
because it
can be
goes
funny
on. Like,
or embarrassing, it doesn't matter.
I'm trying to think now because they got 2 seasons of the movie and got a couple of sketches on public telly. Um, I don't know. I guess like there was a few fun. Like, I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to go through the Rolodex of scenes in my head and what we did.
Yeah, no,
But,
backstage, something we wouldn't have seen. Anything embarrassing or funny.
like, there's a few things that like kind of made it. There was a whole sketch that got deleted and got re-uploaded. Where we won like 50 grand on a scratch card or something like that. We did at one stage, part of Republic Telly. But there was I remember it's funny because it's not funny to listen to, but it's funny for me because I was part of it. And it's just one of those. things. We had a. It never made it into the scene, but we had it never made it into the sketch, but we had a scene where the Damon was put by a helicopter, and it was meant to be this whole green screen thing. We were on a helicopter, but wherever it was, anytime Andy delivered a line of saying what's the whole thing was, the beep starts happening and the chopper goes down.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, Andy just kept going, "What's that noise?" And he kept saying it in Damon's accent, but it just kept getting me off. And I don't know if it's just the green screen looked garbage at the end of the day, or it was the fact that you could see I was corpsing on camera. But I couldn't keep a straight face in it. Like we're meant to be crashing to our like our lives are about to end kind of thing, but I just couldn't keep a straight face.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I don't know how you did any of the scenes with a straight face, to be honest, because it was bloody brilliant. And that was
Six episodes in
2013.
4 weeks, you have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's no room for messing.
but it went to movie then. Will there be another dam&ivor movie?
No, don't think so.
No.
No, as far as I know, it's game over now. It's all done.
Ah, that's a shame. That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed that now, and I know all the kids know who Damo and Ivor. Do you know what I mean? And that was only 4 years ago. The movie was only 2018, wasn't it?
That was the movie, yeah, but the movie came out like 5 years after the second season or something like that. There was a big gap between it.
Big gap. Yeah, that's right.
So I think like if it came out sooner, probably there would have been a bit more.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It was left a little bit late.
as far as I know, it's not coming back. Like there was, I think like the early plans were put in for the second one, the second
Yeah,
movie, and from what I can remember and from what like the small bits, because it wasn't written around as far as I know, but the small
yeah.
things that I remember was it was going to be a summer movie, so we were all going to go away for it,
Ah, brilliant.
and kind of like. Not gonna like the in-betweeners went away with our movie and kind of stuff like that. Like you just take it out in
Yeah,
the area. Like so, the first movie was a road trip, and then the second movie was going to be like a holiday trip.
yeah. Well, do you know
Yeah,
what? I think they should do a Damo and Ivor movie where Damo and Ivor go off to Alicante to visit Denzo Bishop and Nanny Bishop. That'd be a
I
good one.
think that I think that's where I'm living. I'm not too sure.
No way, that's mad. So the acting school, or sorry, not acting school,
You
um,
say that,
youth theatre. That's 12 to 17-year-olds so far. Do you do younger, or do you rather them be 12 to 17 because they can kind of grasp more?
yeah. It's more about that. 12-17 is more like it's not like it's like the maturity level's there.
Yeah,
It's just it's just that kind of level where the independence is starting to come out and like again when it comes to youth theatre like youth theatre's not a babysitting service, so it's not like oh daddy
exactly.
let's throw the little one in there for 2 hours a day and 2 hours
Yeah,
a week, and that's them out of the way. If they want to be there is one of the main things,
yeah,
and they vote, they make that it's the first bit of independence that they have, like probably not, but like most of them it's an independent choice they make. It's like, hey, do you want to go do this, do you
yeah,
want to go and take part in this drama class? And it's like, yeah,
exactly.
cool. And the way they show that, they show that by with their feet. They stand there. Their 2 feet
Yeah,
are planted in that room, and that's them showing, this is my choice. I want to be here.
yeah,
And again, it helps with that. So if people are very nervous about joining, which you do, you get like teenagers' anxiety and nerves, like they come hand in hand. Like it happens.
yeah,
And so one of the best things about youth theatre is it's not like a summer buzz or like a summer camp where most people just go because it's something to do over the summer. They
yeah,
want to go there because it's something they have a passion in or something they're interested in. And when
yeah,
they get there, they're meeting a room full of other young people around their similar age who also have the same mindset to be here. So
exactly.
they're all on the same foot starting forward. They're not walking into a room all happy to do this. And then Hardy Headbanger down the road with his 5 mates come in and like, oh no, not these fellas here. I
Yeah,
didn't, they always slag me when I see them. And
yeah,
all of a sudden it's a week, it's like, it's this anxiety of like, these lads who are just being there because they got sent there or just being there because part of summer camp.
yeah,
And you know what I mean? People go there because they want to be there. And
yeah,
again, it's like they're all on the same foot forward. Doesn't matter what kind of music you like, doesn't matter what kind of movies you like, doesn't matter how you dress, it doesn't matter what you're into. You're all there for youth theatre. You're all there for drama. And
exactly.
you all learn the same language together, the language of youth theatre and the language of drama. You all learn together and it's all that. it's gas every time, every year when I get a new group, wherever I work, or I just work up in Dundalk, and I always usually work with the first years, their very first year, their first, it's called a 10-week program where you do this, a 10-week crash course in youth theatre, and you get like kind of a taster of everything before you go into the next year.
Very
And
good.
it's usually, if people are there with their mates, they're in these little pockets of two and three, and there's
Yeah,
people
little groups.
with their arms folded, or they're on their phone, or they're just looking everywhere but at each other. And then by week 7 or 8, yeah, you're screaming at the top of your lungs to get everyone's attention, because those groups of 2 and 3 are now obviously these groups of 10, and they're
Yeah,
all
they're
mates.
starting to
They're
gel.
all, and again, they don't realise they do it. They don't
Yeah,
realise that it's just, it's like everything. It's like every group that everyone's ever been part of. It forms, and it's born, and it forms, and it goes through all
you can
that.
see, you can watch it grow. Like, yeah.
Through
And
like
you know what, you hit something there about, kids, that can be anxious and things like that. And until recently, you'd be kind of under the misconception that only adults suffer with anxiety or depression or whatever else. But I can guarantee, I would hazard a guess at maybe 70% of teenagers that I'd know would have some kind of hang up with anxiety or depression. And that's something that when we were younger, it wasn't really addressed or seen, that way. And like that, these youth clubs and youth theatres and all that, I really feel will bring on their confidence. And like that, if you're kind of, if that's what you're into, it's a good way of making a group of friends who are into the same thing. Like, not every young lad at 13 or 14 is into football. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
80% of their class probably is, you
yeah,
know? And I was the same in school. I wouldn't have necessarily been, like, I went to an all girls school, but growing up, all my friends were lads. And still now, as an adult, all my friends would be lads. Do you know that way? So I would have struggled a lot with me head as well, with kind of depression and anxiety, because I suppose being misunderstood, you'd say, or whatever. But I love that there is like things like that, that the kids can all go to something that they're interested in, and that's it. And like that with a youth theatre, you're not going to have kind of someone hanging around for 10 weeks if they're only there to kind of slag off the other ones that are there. Do you know what I mean? They'd be bored
yeah.
after 2 or 3 weeks, and
And
they'd
it's
say,
not even that. Like, yeah, it's like you don't like that bullshit doesn't stick around. Like you say you're out front, like, look, everyone's here to respect each other. It's a safe space. It's a
yeah,
safe space to explore, to discover drama, as well as discover yourself, who you might be. Like, you're at that age where you're developing still, and it helps with that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's just out the get go. You have like, look, there's no bullying, there's nothing. I always zero tolerance on that shit. I
Yeah.
grew up I grew up as on the receiving end of that, not going through school and all that. So I don't allow that to flourish on horses anywhere. I'm like, no,
And you can
some
see
kids.
that, at least you can see that, because you've kind of been through that. What would you, like, how did you deal, if you had any, but how did you deal over the years with knockbacks from roles that you go for, or had you any knockbacks from roles?
How do you mean knockbacks? Like not receiving them,
If
or
you went if you were going for a specific role, say, I know you got spuddy or whatever, was there any roles that you did go for that you didn't get?
oh yeah, loads.
Yeah, and
But
how did that affect you? Like, did it negatively affect you? Like, no.
not anymore. Like I say, the first couple, like anyone, like whoever says it
Yeah.
doesn't affect them is lying through that teeth. Like
Yeah.
anyone who's doing that for the first time and you don't get it, they have the perfect situation planned out in their head. What's going to happen, that you're going to get it, that's going to go cool, and you have this whole imaginary next couple of months planned out in your head, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's going to happen. Yeah, as I said, whoever says that it never knocked them back, or never would, and they're lying through their teeth.
Yeah.
Um, the first one hurts. I can't remember what it is because so long ago, and the fact that I can't remember it just shows
There you go. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
much it was a matter. But
Didn't ruin your
it's
life.
just
Like, but at the time, it was probably the end of the world.
yeah, like it hurts. Like, and there's times where you can get like knockbacks after knockback after knockback, but you just gotta just move on with it. Like
Keep going. Yeah.
it's what I tell all the guys when I run workshops. I always tell them, when we're in this room, you're gonna fail, and I want you to fail. But when you fail, you're gonna fail spectacularly, and you're gonna learn from that failure. You're
Yeah.
gonna when you fail, you're gonna sail forward.
Yeah.
Basically, is what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. And sorry, it's just the things that open on my phone. Sorry. Um, and like that's it. Failure is just another way of learning something. That's it.
It is. It really is, isn't it?
If you look at it that way, it takes the sting and negativity off it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this didn't work, but what did you learn from it? Cool.
Yeah.
That's it. Just go up, dust yourself off, and let's rock and roll. Let's go again.
Yeah, you're dead
That's
right. You're
what you gotta do.
absolutely dead right.
But I
What?
just
Come
can't
here.
be stoned the same thing and all. Like, just get up, dust yourself off. Let's go. Don't worry about it. You fell now. It's not gonna fall again. And if you
Yeah.
do, so what? I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll
That
fall with it.
certainly it's a great mindset to have, and it's good as well. Like, I mean, you'd be. I can see that you'd be really good with them because you've been through all that, and you can explain to them all as they're going for these auditions or whatever else, anything that comes up. You can kind of steer them in the way that, hang on a minute now, you want this, you're going for it, but if it doesn't happen, it's not the fucking end of the world. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. And I think you'd be a great coach to have, because you're young. Do you know what I mean? You're young. You've been through it. You've done the serious kind of murdering role. You've done the funny roles. Do you know what I mean? You've kind of seen it all, and you've been in this since you were a child yourself. So you know the business. But come here, Lewis. Is there any role in the world that you would love to have? Any movie, TV show? If someone came alive, Steven Spielberg said to you, is he even alive actually? Said to you, I'm going to do a movie. What role would you want? What would you want?
Guys, I don't know. I thought it was just, I don't know, it's like a popular answer, but I think the same as any other lad. But it's also because like it's one of my favorites. I think every year I want to start with playing Batman. You know what I mean? It's just,
Batman,
you know what I
yes.
mean?
Yes,
No,
and do you know
obviously,
what?
yeah.
I am
Right
so
now, this
pissed
is the
off
Batman.
about Batman.
I'm looking more like fucking Goon number two that gets a smack in the face at the start. But if I had the chance to like Bruce Wayne myself up, and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
why can't
Batman
someone have
would
a nice
be a
action? I
fucking
don't know.
brilliant
But no,
one.
I don't know. It's just because I love Batman so much and everything else like that. So
Yeah,
I'd say,
yeah, who doesn't love Batman? I've actually got a Batman tattoo and everything. I swear to God. Right, let me see. What actors? What was your favourite
good
actor
boy.
growing up? What actors did you watch when you were growing up? Because that would have
I don't
kind
know.
of had a knock-on effect on how your life went and how you got to here. Would have been who you
I
were
don't really,
watching.
I don't, not really affected me much when I was growing up, but as I kind of got more into theatre and film and kind of started enjoying not the aspect of it, the medium of it more. I kind of started enjoying more and more like Irish actors, like probably Irish actors is like as it is kind of like I look up to and support like Brendan Gleeson,
I love
Colm,
him. Yeah,
kind of like the old school actors. Like obviously they're still rocking, but like there are lads now. So like Kim Colomini and those sorts of lads. Anything they're in is an instant watch for me.
yeah,
Like that, these lads are in. I'm gonna watch no matter what it is.
dead.
And like it's cool because like almost like I'm watching films with my uncle now, so I have to watch. I have to watch garbage now, sadly. But you pop up from time to time.
You
I'm like,
say
oh,
you're well up on
brilliant.
your Peppa Pig now.
No, we don't let him watch Peppa Pig. Never, never
Good,
let him
because
watch
she's a
Peppa Pig.
fucking bully, that one. She's a little bully. She bullies George all day, that one.
Peppa Pig's little pox. No, we don't watch
Come
Peppa
here,
Pig.
has Charlie seen you on TV?
You seen me a while back. About 2 years ago was when I was last in. Last time, pardon me, last time Denzo was in, and it was Charlie would have now two, and probably just two. And there's a picture. It actually ended up in one of the papers. Actually, some paper around. I think it was the Mirror or the Star. Someone took it off my Twitter and kind of ran one of those little fluff bits on it. And it's a picture of Charlie standing at my ma's TV, touching my face.
Ah,
Like he couldn't quite comprehend at the time what's going on, but he knew it was
yeah.
me. But he was like, why am I there? Like when I'm upstairs the whole time, like I was upstairs with my brother, but he was downstairs with me man. And he was like touching the TV. And my wife took a picture of the screen, and it was like Daddy, brother. And I put it on Twitter saying, "Oh, my heart's melting." and then someone came across it. I don't know who came across it, but when you're in a cycle of doing like episodes at the time, you kind of get a bit more of a you kind of get pushed a bit more when people like start looking up hashtags of Fair City or Irish and things
Yeah,
like that. I find when I'm on screen, I kind of get more interaction, and like I fucking hate it. I
yeah,
mean, like, I don't hate the people who interact with you, but I kind of hate the fact that a couple of more eyes do go on you, and it's
yeah,
no, like as I said, all of a sudden there's a fluff piece about my son in the
yeah.
paper, see me on the TV, and I'm like, holy shit! Like I don't put Charlie's face
I was
online. I
going to
never put.
say that that must actually annoy you when someone does that without you knowing. Like you don't mind if they ask,
Like,
but
yeah, I understand though. It's on a public forum. I have no control over it. It's
yeah,
understandable. But like obviously his face, I don't wasn't a picture of his face, but when I was seeing the back of his
but
head at the PM, I'm like, that shit. Like at
get
the same
that
time, I'm like,
down.
okay, Charlie's online. That's kind of cool. Like you'll laugh about that years from now if the link isn't dead by then or whatever. But at the same time, like Jesus, that was just so easy to have so many people
For
see
someone to
that
just
without me even
manipulate that, yeah,
knowing.
yeah,
Without even knowing. Like someone told me, I think my wife said to me, like, Charlie's in the paper. I was like, what? And she sent me a link to it. I was like, Jesus. But at the same time, like, I don't hate the people that interact with you. Not at all. It's deadly.
yeah.
Like,
Like
I've had some deadly
strange
conversations with
barber
people.
women that wait until your child's in the seat to attack you for a live interview. That must be very annoying.
That's grand. This your tip
In
as a
fairness,
fucker.
in
This your
fairness,
tip.
you walked by that barber shop for about 6 years and I didn't say anything.
But yeah, it's sad. Like I had some deadly interaction with people over the time. Like I
Yeah.
found someone named that cat Spuddy when they were born. And
Stop.
I got sent a picture of a kitten called Spuddy. I hope that kitten's a cat now, but I don't know. It's been a while since they're saying. I know someone named that dog Louie.
Stop.
Yeah, there's some other things like I was seeing pictures of kids with orange hats for Halloween and stuff
Ah,
like that.
stop. Yeah. And everybody, I remember loads of them a few years back for Halloween. There was loads of Damo and Spuddies going around
And then
everywhere
yeah, I
for
heard that
Halloween.
someone in Navan one year was going around in Navan nightclub dressed as Spuddy handing out sausage rolls.
Oh, I
Um,
love it.
no pictures of it sadly, but I would have liked to see it. But I don't know if it's true or not. But it's an urban legend. I'm keeping it alive.
You should dress up as Spuddy for Halloween. That just fuck everybody's heads up, wouldn't it? Come here, did you get to keep the outfit? Did you the shell suits and all?
Do we get no? We didn't get to keep them. We got given away. Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe
Sadly,
you don't even have a Spuddy outfit now.
no. Yeah,
Oh,
I have it
God.
already
You've
back.
only got your shorts
It's
to
not on
match,
my
haven't
rehab.
you now?
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think the show is dead now. All the costumes we got donated. So
Ah, shit.
yeah,
Ah, Jesus, you could have kept a hat.
I know. But I don't think anyone kind of got. I don't think anyone got a call about it.
No, that's a fucking shame. So come here. When is this starting up? When can people kind of get onto you now? Well, I know they can get onto you from any time now because you're back from your honeymoon.
Yeah.
And anybody looking to kind of ask any questions about this Swords Youth Theatre, how do they get in contact with you, Lewis?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. It's like swords underscore youth underscore theatre. That's the
Right.
Facebook page.
I'm just writing
Facebook
this
and
down
Instagram
because I'm
page.
gonna Swords
Yeah.
underscore Youth underscore Theatre.
Underscore
Yeah.
theatre. That'll get you there on Instagram. Facebook is just without the underscore. It's just swords youth theatre.
Swords Youth Theatre.
It's been a while. I deactivated my Facebook a couple of months ago, so I don't actually have control of that. My
Yeah.
partner, who was with me, who works with me, Graham, he controls that on his end.
Brilliant.
We have an email, same thing, sorryoutheater@gmail.com. Very easy.
Amen.
When you're
Lovely.
the only, when you're the first youth theatre to open up in an area, you have full control to grab the name youth theatre at the end. You don't need to come up with any special names or anything fancy. You can just get in at first, so we are youth theatre. Like, so if anyone else ever joins, they kind of have to make up their own name. So
Yeah,
we kind of get in the foot there.
that's deadly. On the ball, because I'm not. There isn't a lot of it around. Like I know that you have the
Oh,
record and you have the access and all that, but that's kind of all I've heard of. Do you know what I mean? I haven't heard of any of this being in many other areas. And I'm from Swords originally, so I'm all for this. I think this is really cool. I'm after writing them down so I can put them under. I can put the link underneath the
good.
post when I post it.
Yeah.
Just checking when we're all right for a minute. Um, yeah. Well, Lewis, I have to say thank you so much for doing this with me. You're absolutely brilliant, and I wish you all the luck in the world with this. And fucking be proud, man. You're a
Yeah.
legend. I've been dying to
Very
chat
good.
to you for years. I'm glad that I waited because I wasn't doing live interviews then, so I just would have literally looked like a stalker. But I've always wanted to chat to Denzo Bishop, in fairness. Um, Listen, I wish you the best of luck with all of it. I'm gonna attach those links as I said when I post this, and I will keep resharing it. And obviously, anybody that wants to get in touch with you there.
Chill.
Or even if they're having trouble getting in touch with you, I can take a DM or they can DM you directly.
Yep, no bother at all. So let them know. We kick off on the 11th of October, which is a Tuesday.
11th of October. Good man. I'm delighted for you. It's a great idea, and I don't think I definitely don't see anything that can actually stop you because you know what you're doing, and I think it's more the love of kind of getting these teens out of their shells for you. It's not about money. I can see that.
No, that's all.
I think you know exactly what they're all going through, and you're the best man to help them. So I wish you the best of luck with it. And thank you so much for giving me a chance and coming on.
No worries at all. We'll do it again some other time as soon as you want it. Let me know.
Absolutely, we definitely will. I'd love to see how this goes. I might even call out and see you one of the nights with my microphone, see how it all goes.
Oh, your little microphone you got. Yeah, deadly.
Oh, yeah, cool it is. Look at this job. Gonna go out on the streets and see how many people tell me to fuck off. No, Lewis, honestly, thanks a million, man. You're so good, and I honestly wish you the best of luck and everything. But that, my man, you are definitely onto something. So I will let you get back to your beautiful wife now, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Sorry?
I said I'll let you get back to your lovely wife now, and I'll talk to you again soon.
That's the same. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lewis. Cheers, man.
Good luck.
Good luck. And there you go. That was Lewis McGee. He's absolutely brilliant. You can just see, you can see by him that what he's doing is not for the love of money or the next big role or whatever. He is so invested in, getting these kids out of their shell and being comfortable in the world, that of kind of acting and whatever. So I'm delighted. I'm actually honoured to have had him on. So Lewis, again, thank you so much. And from me, good night, everybody. Cheers.